Imagine the scene, the temple in Jerusalem, not quiet and serene, but bustling, chaotic. A marketplace of faith and daily life. In the middle of it all, Jesus is teaching. People are gathered around, leaning in, drawn by his words. Suddenly, the crowd is ripped apart. A group of men, self-righteous and stern, storm through. These are the scribes and Pharisees, the religious leaders of the day. And they're not alone. They are dragging a woman with them. Her clothes are torn, her hair is a mess, and her face is a mask of terror and shame. They shove her into the center of the circle, right at Jesus' feet. The noise of the courtyard dies down. Every eye is now fixed on this unfolding drama. The leader of the group, a Pharisee with a voice dripping with contempt, points a finger at the woman. "Teacher," he says, his voice loud for all to hear. This woman was caught in the very act of adultery. The accusation hangs in the air, heavy and suffocating. The woman flinches, unable to meet anyone's gaze, her body trembling. He continues, his tone becoming more forceful. "Now in the law, Moses commanded us to stone such women. So what do you say?" You can almost feel the trap snapping shut. This wasn't about justice for them. It was a public test. If Jesus says to stone her, he violates the Roman law, which forbade the Jews from carrying out executions. He would also lose his reputation for mercy and compassion. But if he says to let her go, he'll be accused of disregarding the sacred law of Moses, undermining the very foundation of their faith. It's a brilliant, cruel trap. The crowd murmurs. Some men are already picking up stones, their faces hard. The air is thick with anticipation and bloodlust. What will he do? How can he possibly get out of this? The woman, caught in the middle, probably feels the weight of every single pair of eyes, every stone, every whispered judgment. She's just a pawn in their game, her life hanging by the thread of Jesus' next words. But Jesus doesn't say anything. Instead of answering their challenge, he does something completely unexpected. He bends down. The crowd leans in closer, confused. In the dust of the temple courtyard, Jesus begins to write with his finger. What is he writing? The Bible doesn't tell us, and that mystery has fascinated people for centuries. Is he writing their sins, the names of their own mistresses, the very law they are trying to use against him? We don't know, but the act itself is powerful. It's a deliberate pause, a moment of divine interruption in the midst of human chaos. The accusers are getting impatient. They press him again, demanding an answer. "So, what do you say?" they insist. Their voices are sharp, insistent. They think they have him cornered. The tension is at its absolute peak. The woman is still on the ground, probably bracing for the first stone to strike. Finally, Jesus straightens up. He looks not at the woman, but directly at her accusers. He looks into their eyes, one by one, and then he speaks. His voice isn't loud or angry, but it cuts through the tension like a razor. "Let him who is without sin among you," he says, his gaze sweeping across their faces, "be the first to throw a stone at her." Silence. A profound, deafening silence. The words land like thunderclaps in the hearts of every man standing there with a stone in his hand. Let him who is without sin. The challenge is no longer about the woman, it's about them. Jesus has turned the spotlight of judgment away from the terrified woman on the ground and onto the self-righteous men standing over her. He holds up a mirror, and in it, they see not her guilt, but their own. You can almost see the flicker of recognition in their eyes, the memories of their own secret failings, their own hypocrisies, their own hidden sins. The oldest man in the group, a gray-bearded elder, is the first to react. The stone, which a moment ago felt so right and just in his hand, now feels heavy, impossibly heavy. He lets it drop. It clatters onto the pavement, the sound echoing in the silence. He turns, and without another word, walks away, disappearing back into the crowd. Then another man drops a stone, and another, and another. One by one, from the oldest to the youngest, the accusers melt away. The righteous anger they felt just moments before has evaporated, replaced by the uncomfortable weight of their own conscience. The circle of hate dissolves, leaving only the dropped stones as evidence of what almost happened. Soon the courtyard is quiet again. The crowd that had gathered to watch the spectacle has moved on. It's just Jesus and the woman. He is still standing, and she is still on the ground, likely too afraid to even look up. He bends down again, this time to speak to her. His voice is gentle. "Woman," he asks, "where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She slowly lifts her head, her eyes scanning the now empty space where her accusers had stood. She sees only Jesus. Her voice is barely a whisper, filled with disbelief and relief. "No one, Lord." Jesus looks at her, and his face is not one of judgment, but of profound love and grace. He delivers the final life-changing verdict. "Then neither do I condemn you." The words wash over her like a healing balm. The crushing weight of guilt and shame she has carried is lifted in that single moment. But he doesn't stop there. He gives her not just forgiveness, but a new direction. "Go," he says, "and from now on sin no more." It's not a command that brings back the shame, but an invitation into a new way of living. It's a declaration of her worth, her potential, her future. In one encounter, Jesus dismantled a trap, exposed hypocrisy, saved a life, and offered a new beginning. The woman who was dragged there as a broken object of scorn can now stand up as a person who has been seen, valued, and set free. She was shown that true justice is not just about punishment, but about restoration, and that grace is more powerful than any stone we can throw. This story challenges us, doesn't it? It makes us ask ourselves, how often do we stand with stones in our hands, ready to pass judgment on others? How often do we forget our own failings when we're pointing out someone else's? Jesus' words echo through time, reminding us to drop our stones and choose compassion over condemnation, to look at others and ourselves through the lens of grace. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, consider subscribing for more content that explores these powerful messages. See you next time.